Now, wow, my country people, wetin dey sup for Edo State? If there is anything that the current administration of Governor Monday Okepebholo is increasingly being notorious for in Edo, it is the manner it disregards court orders. You recall the 18 suspended local government chairmen in Edo State at different times secured judgment to remain in office. All the orders have been ignored till today. Governor Monday Okepebholo is completely disconnected from judicial reality. And the last year's Supreme Court judgment on local government autonomy. And what is more worrisome is that apparently taking a cue from the suspended Commissioner of Justice and the Local Government Service Commission Chairman, Mr. Osagie, the state government has also now adopted the habit of ignoring court orders, such that today there are over 10 of such judicial decisions that are being disregarded by the Edo State government. In many of the cases, the Attorney General, including the SANS, has filed appeals and motions for stay of execution just to, convert the law, to the extent that Section 287 of the Constitution, which the President, governors, ministers, legislators all swore to uphold, has imposed a binding duty on all authorities and persons to obey the judgment of our courts. This flagrant disobedience to court orders constitutes the greatest threat to the rule of law. The silence of the Nigerian Bar Association, that's the NBA, to this dangerous trend is even more worrisome, is even more disturbing against the background that the NBA once boycotted courts to protest the floating of a single court order by a military regime in the 1980s. Apparently, based on the directive of Monday Okepebholo, the governor of Edo State, the House of Assembly in Edo State made mockery of the Supreme Court's judgment on local government autonomy when it suspended the chairman and the vice chairman of the 18 local government councils for 2 months without, any tangible reason. And according to them, they were suspended over insubordination and gross misconduct. But then, these guys were not given opportunity to speak for themselves. These guys were not given opportunity to prove themselves that they were not guilty of these allegations. Okepebholo had earlier written a petition to the Edo House of Assembly accusing those local government chairmen of refusal to submit financial records of their local government councils to the state government, describing their action as an act of insubordination and gross misconduct. Now, the suspension is a blatant disregard of the 2024 ruling of the Chief Judge of Edo State, Justice Daniel, and the Supreme Court's decision in a suit filed by the Attorney General of the Federation and the Minister of Justice, Lateef Fagbemi, which affirmed the autonomy and the independence of local government as guaranteed under the 1999 Constitution. But then, even Fagbemi had declared that governors lacked the constitutional authorities to suspend or remove local government chairmen from office. He clearly stated that, and he also stated that what Okepebholo did was unconstitutionally. Similarly, the chairman of the 80 local governments in Edo State also rejected the 2 months suspension, describing it as, null and void and a violation of court orders. The lawyers and the state AGs, noted that this is not right. But what can we say? Even the federal government, sometimes they don't obey court judgment. Even presidents, sometimes they don't obey court judgment. Now, not to talk of governors. The governors will also follow the same path. Because in this country, we are in a country whereby the executive, the legislative, even the judiciary, they don't obey their court orders. Take Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case, for example. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case, for example, it's a case study how the Nigerian court does not obey her own court orders. A judge will be recused, but they will say no. But then, what can we say? More than 5 months after the judgment, the federal government, noted that all governors should correspond, that all governors should go in line with the judgment from the Supreme Court. But Monday Okepebholo has said no, he's not going to obey the judgment of the Supreme Court. He's going to be the Lord and God of Edo State. He's going to trample over those he feels may want to rise up against him. He wants to probably trample upon Obaseki's supporters. To him, they are perceived as threats to him. Upon taking over office in November last year, Okepebholo have emerged from a poorly conducted controversy-ridden election. And such election, that particular election, is being challenged in courts currently. Okepebholo hurriedly lobbied the Edo State House of Assembly barely few weeks into his administration as the governor. Lobbied to suspend elected local government chairmen. On top of that, the governor mobilized thugs across the state with the backings of the police to illegally take over the local government council secretariat. Thereafter, the governor monetized a few councillors and even non-elected persons to launch kangaroo impeachment on elected local government chairmen, a move that has crippled the local government administration in Edo State. Many have considered Okepebholo's move as insensitive, as lawless, and a direct attack on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, whose administration secured the landmark judgment on local government autonomy in the Supreme Court last year. All the legal councils and court injunctions, the local government secretariats in Edo State have become shadows of themselves. They are not functioning the way they ought to. They are not effective the way they ought to. Even the Okepebholo's illegal acting local government chairman, these guys are unable to exercise authority over local government affairs. And this has really dragged Edo State backwards, most especially, these local governments in Edo State. So my country people, make una come chook mouth for this matter. Okepebholo may be doing this, but it's been said that the Tinubu-led government have shut its doors on the governor, and the presidency currently has turned its back on Monday Okepebholo. Just be like say Monday Okepebholo just wan use him hand destroy wetin Tinubu don build, for the past 2 years of his administration. And Tinubu wouldn't want someone that would be a liability to him. So guys, I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comments section. Thank you.